What's good, guys? Glad to have you here. Today I wanted to talk about parents that do not discipline their children in public. I've seen this quite a lot, and every time I see it, whether it's online or in real life in public, it pisses me off. It's so annoying. As a parent, you have a job to do. That is to make sure your children knows what's right and what's wrong. Your job, your obligation is to discipline your kids, to make sure that they don't embarrass themselves, that they don't embarrass the family, that they do what's right and that they don't disrespect other people. You need to teach them what's right and what's wrong. And I see it too often where the children are doing whatever they want. They're being loud, they're being obnoxious, they're crying. Maybe they're bashing on a seat in front of them in the plane or in a bus or whatever. They're just being annoying fucking brats. Then we have the parents that just sit there and they say nothing, they do nothing, they let their kids do whatever they want. And as a stranger, you always feel uncomfortable disciplining other people's children. It's just gonna lead to drama, a clash, and it's gonna lead to not good things, to things that are just going to be uncomfortable and unpleasant for both parties. So that's why most strangers don't really say anything when other people's children are being annoying and bothering and disrespectful. That's why it's up to the parents to say something and actually discipline their kids. But I hate when parents just sit there knowing their children are being annoying, they're being loud, obnoxious, they're bothering other people, they're being disrespectful, and the parents are just allowing them to do so. They're just allowing them to keep going. I don't get it. If that was my kid, I would slap the shit out of that person. I would slap the shit out of that child, you know? If that was my son or daughter, they would get a few of these as a form of discipline because they need to learn. I wouldn't beat them up, but a simple slap across the face is a sign of discipline. It's always been the case through generations, centuries. Parents have always disciplined their children with some form of physical violence. When I say violence, I don't mean beat them the fuck up. I mean a simple slap across the face or something that makes them understand that what they're doing is wrong is enough. But today's parents are not doing that. They're just letting their children be brats. And it's annoying. You know, I don't get it. Why are they allowing their children to be like that? It's not up to the children to know what's right and wrong. They're children. Their instinct is to be playful, and they don't know what's right and wrong. They're gonna yell, they're gonna be obnoxious, they're gonna cry. I've been like that when I was a child as well. But guess what my mother did? She beat me up when we got home. She disciplined me. She let me know that you do that shit again in public, you're never coming out in public again, and I'm never buying you anything again ever. You're not getting that new console, you're not getting those new toys, you're not getting those nice clothes, you're not getting anything if you behave like a brat in public again. And I learned. She gave me a little slap across the face. She told me, if you keep doing this, there's gonna be consequences, and I learned. But it feels like parents today, they don't do that. It's like they just let their children do whatever they want, and they don't care. And they're not doing their children a favor by letting them do what they want. Because again, children, they don't know what's right and wrong. The parents know what's right and wrong. And if the parents don't teach their children what's right and wrong, they're gonna grow up in school, be brats, they're not gonna be disciplined, they're not gonna be behaving, they're not gonna be respectful towards their peers and their elders. And that's gonna be due to the parents' faults of not disciplining them when they are young. Because kids take after their parents. They take after their first elders, which are the parents. And if the parents aren't a good example towards those children in the beginning stages of their life, especially when they're super young, they're gonna take that poor behavior, that disrespectful behavior, that ill behavior, and take it elsewhere, in school, to other elders, and that's gonna significantly damage them later on. It's going to damage probably their school performance, their job performance. They're going to be undisciplined and they're not going to do well in life. It's going to come to a point where they are programmed to think that they can do whatever they want and no one can tell them to do anything. If they're being disrespectful and they're bothering people and they're just being horrible human beings, it's fine. No one has taught them from an early age where they're easily programmable that what they're doing is wrong. Then they grow up to become older, getting to school, getting to jobs. They think that kind of behavior is okay, and it damages their future, and no one takes them seriously. They don't get good grades, they don't get into a good school. Not that I believe in school anyways, I think school is bullshit, especially university, but still, the point is, I'm still making a point here that it's damaging their future opportunities. You still need the beginning stages of school because it teaches you discipline and it teaches you order. If a child doesn't go to school, he won't know how to socialize. He won't know what order is, what discipline is. School does help with that, but I still believe that university for most people is useless, you know? So when parents do not scold their children into letting them know what's right and wrong, they grow up to not know what's right and wrong. They think no one can discipline them and that they shouldn't be disciplined to begin with, and they do whatever they want, and then it just ends up poorly for them. So if you're that kind of parent that's watching this and you're not disciplining your children, you're not doing them a favor. You think you're doing them a favor. You think you're being a good parent by letting them be and letting them be free children. That's not how you let them be free as children. That's the wrong way to do it. You need to discipline your kids, teach them what's right and wrong. If you notice that they're being annoying, disrespectful brats in public, let them know and don't let it slide. So guys, that was it for me today. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.